me. Tell me all your dreams and all your fantasies. Just for a while, let's lose all inhibitions. Let your fears go. It's just you and me. It's safe here, you know. I know you've been hurt, and I've been hurt too. But if we both let go, our hearts know what to do. Just for a while, let's lose ourselves in each other. Let me hear you breathe and feel your heart near mine. Just for a while, let's lose all inhibitions. Let your fears go. It's just you and me. It's safe here, you know. I know you've been hurt, and I've been hurt too. But if we both let go. Sunday Fun Day. Yes, indeed, everyone. Good to see you all here. We are collecting all of our energy to be a collective group of energetic beings that are really tuning in, fine-tuning, and aligning with the moon. We've got a full moon coming, and we got to get ready. We got to put our intentions in place, and we've got some cleaning up to do. I don't know about you, but there's some releasing that has to be done. How many of you are really looking forward to clearing up the energy, letting go of hurt, pain, anything that's been blocking you? Well, today's the day. We're going to open up the energy and make a clean, swift break from the things that have been weighing you down. And if anything 2020 has given us time to notice, is all the things that are weighing you down. My goodness, what are you carrying with you that you don't need to carry with you? What burdens are you carrying that you need to surrender to God? You need to let the Creator handle. You need to dial up an angel and say, Angel 101 or SOS, I need you. And you need to kind of pull in the energy that makes a difference for everything, because we're only human and we can't do everything all by ourselves. We need the assistance of our guides and our angels. And you've got a lot more power in you than you realize. Today we're going to attune ourselves to this full moon energy, and we're going to align ourselves with your inner peace and your inner power. We're going to give you messages that are for the group, the general vibe of what's going on, and we're also going to be answering your individual messages, tuning into your angels, your guides, aligning with our loved ones who have paved the way for us. You know, our parents and our grandparents and our great-grandparents, they worked really hard to get us where we are. And now's not the time for us to mess it up. It's kind of looking a little bit like a mess. But that which we focus our attention upon becomes that which we create. So we know better. We're not going to let ourselves lose ourselves in everything that's creating this angst and discontentment. We're going to recognize how we can align ourselves with our own peace. And then your own peace is what's going to bring you the divine energy that you need. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of connectivity. You just underestimate it. Maybe you push it off to the side. But now's the time for you to tune up your energy. It's a difficult time in the world, I know. And we're being bombarded with things that are, well, very disappointing. People's behavior, things going on in the world. We have our own worries, our own concerns. Those things don't define you. You have been preparing yourself for this moment, even if you didn't know you were. Your soul knew you were going to line up, and that all of us, this wonderful time, was going to bring us together. That each one of us has met for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, and every person who crosses your path is an integral part of the journey. Even if they're the finest thread woven in the tapestry of your life, they mean something. Sometimes they're to challenge you and to get you to stand up for who you are. Other times it's for you to recognize what works for you and what doesn't work for you. It's a powerful time for us to open up our hearts and to let go of the control of the things we cannot control, but we think we can. Time to let go. The forces are at work. The planets are, well, they're doing battle up there. There's a little bit of a war going on with the energies and the planets. And it's amping up the frequency around us. And wherever you are at war within yourself, it's time to let that go. That inner chatter, that inner critical being, you've got to wipe it away. You've got to heal it. You can't carry it any longer. Because you've got everything that you need inside of you to make the choices for your highest good. We've been giving our power away for a really long time, and now's not the time to give it away. It's time for us to reclaim our own individual power. And I'm not talking about the power of the ego. Look at me, look what I can do, look what I've accomplished. I'm talking about that divine power, that spark inside that makes you unique, makes you an integral part of the universe. Your being here is part of the greater picture. No matter where you think your life is, no matter how insignificant it may feel for some of you, or how far behind you are from where you think you'd like to be, or how many trials and tribulations you've been through, or how many successes you've had, your presence on this earth is significant. And it is part of this collective conscious energy that is building. And as you feel, as you think, you will create. Through the power of the spoken word and the power of I am, you can work miracles. So we're going to work some miracles for all of you tonight. We're going to line up our energies and give you messages. We're going to do some healing. We have some songwriting coming up later on. And we've got a little moonlight magic ceremony coming up. If there's something you want to release, something heavy on you, weighing on you, we're going to let it go. We're going to let it go right after our group message. So if you know someone who needs to really tap into God, really needs to lay it at God's feet, really wants to honor the beauty of this earth and the moon and the sun and the water and the air, you really want to feel, and you want them to know what it feels like to line up, then you want to share the page. You want to get on the phone, text your friend. You want to instant message them, direct message them. You want to say, hey, you want to be a part of this. Because each one of us is a part of the change that we say we desire we have in this earth. There are things you don't like. You have the power to make a change. There are things that disturb you, injustices that you're noticing. Maybe you were too busy to notice them, but thanks to a pandemic, you had the time to notice. But you have the power to make a difference. You don't need to be up in some high-ranking place to make a difference. You are a divine supreme being, and your energy is as strong as God's energy, and God's energy is flowing through you, and where two or more of us gather, so shall God be. Together, we can make a difference. But even if every day you sat in your room and you said, let there be peace on earth, and let the peace begin within me and let me make peace with myself. And as I align myself with the divine peace, let it radiate from me and transform everything around me. Well, then you would be making a difference. You would be that one pebble in the water that had a rippled effect, that you may not see where it ends up and what it shifts and what it changes, but you would have begun the ripple effect. And I invite you all to be a part of this ripple effect of love and peace. Be that pebble in the water that makes the difference. You don't have to be a boulder and drop it on someone's head. No, we're not going to do that. Just be the pebble that creates a momentum far beyond the eye can see. Do you want to be part of the love and peace ripple effect? Put it in the feed. I am. I want to be part of the ripple effect of love and peace. I want to be a part of that. I hope you join us, because I'm dedicated and making a difference in the world. It's a conscious choice I make every day. Yeah, I could wake up on a Sunday and go, hey, we're going to not do Sunday Fun Day today. I can do that. I don't have a boss. Well, I do, but he's kind of up there somewhere, God. So I don't really, have to clock in and clock out. But I'm my own boss when it comes to what I want to do and how I want to make a difference. And the people who surround me in what we do to make a difference, we make the same choices. Yeah, we know we could stay in bed. We know we were going to have a hurricane here in South Florida, but of course, I knew we weren't having a hurricane, but it's made for good news, so the news crew got a kick out of it. The weathermen got to talk a lot. Everyone was happy. But I knew we would be fine. But I guess Mother Nature, one never knows, so we all adhere and follow what we need to. But we could have sat there and said, oh, we might have a hurricane coming. We're not going to connect with everybody. But how could I miss all of you? How could I not be a part of the ripple effect of love and peace? Drop it in the feed. I am a ripple effect of love and peace. You want to be that effect. You want to be that energy. I am the ripple. And you're going to send it out into the universe. And you know what the universe is going to do for us? It's going to shine it right back and shower love on all of us. And what the world needs now is a whole lot of love. Either that or a makeover. I don't know which, but it's all good. So we're connecting with you. I got Helena in the house. She kind of took a ride down. It was a little windy on her way down, but she's like, do you think I'll be all right? I'm like, get in the car. We're going, girl. We're going. Get in the car. How was the ride, Helena?
I got blown around a little, but my car made it. So my car's a little light, so I had to, just take it easy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what did you think this morning when you woke up?
I forgot it was even happening. I thought it happened already. I was like, oh, it's gone. Some twigs and leaves got blown around, and then my boyfriend said, no, it's actually out in the ocean right next to us right now. And this was just as you were texting me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's happening now.
Yeah, it was a little slow moving. Is your mic on?
Yeah, I'm not holding it here. There we go.
Okay.
Oh.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. So, yeah, it was moving, and we were watching it move. And those of us in South Florida are like, yeah, we've seen worse. We have some other memories of some other hurricanes. So, thankfully, it went out. Doesn't look like it's going to cause much trauma to everyone or anyone. So, we're all good, and we're all excited that, Mother Nature turned everything up. No one's going to suffer much. A couple of twigs down, a couple of little limbs, but everything will be fine. And that's what I want you to think about when life kind of blows in a hurricane in your life. When life is bringing in those hurricane winds, you got to let it churn some stuff up, and sometimes batten down the hatches and tie things down and stand your ground. But then when something blows through and it ends up breaking anyhow, and it wasn't ready to withstand that turbulence that it was going through, Some things need to be cleansed and removed and cleared and broken to be rebuilt. So if we use it from a symbolic way, you can kind of see how life can shift and change. And we've all had our personal tornadoes and hurricanes happen in our own lives. And we all know that when they come, it's never pretty. And we all know that we rarely get as prepared as we do when we actually see a for real hurricane coming. Often when life wants to spin you on your head, you don't get much warning. There's not even a warning sound. It's just something just happens. You wake up one day and the life you knew or something you knew to be a certain way has changed. The only thing we can count on in this world is change. Things are always evolving. Things are forever changing. So Helena, we got a really cool ceremony. I'll give everyone a chance to share the page. We're going to open up with a collective message. What do we got going on in the feed? How's everyone doing?
The sounds of the winds be calling, says Juan Love.
Yes.
And
we should have played that song, The Winds of Change. Right?
We'll have to close with that one.
Yeah, here upon me now.
That's a good one.
Yes, because they are. The winds of change are here. And I was remembering 2020. Is it over yet? No. But I was remembering the beginning of 2020. You know, I have the pleasure to sit across from so many of you. I have the pleasure to read many of you. And I just remember telling people stuff like, I don't know, but whatever you want to accomplish or get cracking on, I don't see much happening until July. And I really said that to a lot of people. And I've been scratching my head, literally, I'm still scratching my head going, how did that happen? Like, I was just like, I would go home and I would be like, what? Did I just, I gave like 5 readings and 4 out of the 5 people, I was like, ain't nothing happening until July, just kind of just January to June, just whatever. I'm like, well, that sounds like an exciting New Year's reading. And now I know we couldn't get much accomplished January to June. And July is kind of quasi in and quasi out. So, and here in South Florida, we don't know what we're doing. So anyone else in the rest of the country or the world, I hope you're doing well, because here in South Florida, we are on a roller coaster. But they got very excited over hurricane. I guess it was a different type of news. Helena, did you notice that we talked a lot about July and a lot of things we talked about, even our messages that we gave?
And even on our Facebook messages, I remember in December and January when we started talking about the new year, a lot of our Facebook friends, when they were asking about love and relationships, you even told them, girl, wait till 2021, 2022. You would.
I know, I'm not the most popular person these days.
I remember half of them, you telling people even wait till after October of this year.
Yeah.
July and October was kind of like the key, like, all right, wait until those months are over to even do anything.
Yeah, yep. We were waiting.
I was like, okay, I guess maybe my birthday time in November might be a time to do something, but...
We're waiting until 2021, everyone, okay? We're just going to just chill for the rest of the year, lay low.
Yeah.
You know, buy some fancy masks, just do our best. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting to see what people go through these times. You know, we've talked to many people, many of my clients, many of you. You know, we all have a story as to what this 2020 has done and changed and perspective. Some of you have found blessings in this craziness, which is great. Well, we've got our card cam here. We're going to do our group reading. We got mystical cards. We've got Jesus cards. We have our Archangel Raphael cards, which is powerful cards. And then we've got goddesses. We've got goddesses. We got some messages for everybody. And then let's not forget our love cards, baby love cards. We got our love cards coming up. But we're going to pull some cards for the group. And we've got 3 mystical wisdom cards for everyone that we're going to start with. So I want you all to kind of take a nice breath. Got some good questions coming into the feed here. We got Clara. We got Jerry Romeo. We've got Wayne. Wayne is saying wanted to get a job in July. Spirit had said that. He's had some interviews, but no job. Everything's a little bit on slow-mo right now, Wayne. So patience. Your job's coming. I know there's a job coming for Wayne. Got our Jesus cards here, everyone. So we're going to take some cards from our Jesus deck. Messages from Jesus. Let's see what we got. For our group meeting here, we are going to read the collective energy and give you all your messages. Then we're going to go to Raphael. I know a lot of people need some healing these days, not just physical healing, but emotional and spiritual healing. We've got 3 Raphael cards for everyone. And we're going to start with our Jesus cards, because we want to see what Master Teacher Jesus has to say for us. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. You know, this is an interesting thing, and I want you to know that watch and pray that you don't enter into temptation. Let me give you a sense of what Spirit wants us all to be aware of here. Elaine, is that where you want it? So, think about this. These are really interesting times, and you might be tempted to push something. You might be tempted to kind of bend the rules your way. You may want to get creative, maybe financially. Things are challenging, but just wait and pray. You know, you've got to wait. You've got to sit and wait for the angels and God to give you that aha moment so that you really know what's the right choice for you. As humans, we just want to do it our way. And that's not always the answer for us. And the next card from Jesus is, your heavenly Father knoweth that you need all of these things. You know, we couldn't ask for a better card right now. God knows what we need. Our angels know what we need. Our loved ones know what we need. Everyone who's supporting us in the etheric realm, they all know what you need. And they understand that we are, well, some of us are really struggling. But they know what your needs are. And you are created in God's image. So you got to trust that there's something wonderful coming for you. Even though you don't see it, you can't find your way out, something wonderful is going to be coming for you. And the next Jesus card is, thou shalt love the Lord with all your heart and your soul and with all your mind. When you put God first, when you have conversations with the Creator, when you talk to your angels, when you open up your heart, when you choose to be the ripple effect of love and peace, and you honor that connection, the God presence within you, then everything starts to change for you. And your angels are asking you to trust them. This whole 2020, I know we've got stories on the news, and I'm not minimizing any stories, but this whole entire 2020 is about you tuning in, tuning up, aligning with God, understanding your power, releasing fear, and learning to trust. Capital T-R-U-S-T. Trust. Drop it in the feed. Trust. We need to have that. Because if you do not trust that God is going to assist you in wherever you are, that the universe knows everything you need, that the angels have heard and seen your tears, and they know where you're feeling your misalignment and your angst. And they say if you could see yourselves as they see you, there would be no discontentment. That's what the angels tell us all the time. But you know us humans, we always find something to complain about, right? Stop complaining. It's time for you to line up. So we've got our beautiful Master Jesus cards, and from the Jesus cards, we're going to go to our Archangel Raphael cards. First one is Forgiveness Heals. Ask Archangel Raphael to assist you with healing. We're going to be doing some healing and forgiveness in a little bit in our ceremony, because forgiveness heals, and we need to let go of old feelings and emotions that are weighing us down and grudges. You need to just let them go and open yourself up to new beginnings. And trust that magical things are going to happen. So forgiveness is a healing power, is what Archangel Raphael wants us to remember. And the next card is Do More Research. Find out what you need to know about anything that is of value to you. Do the research. Don't just trust someone else's opinion. Cleopatra, did you do your research? What? This is our new sidekick for our show. Hello, Cleopatra. This is Cleopatra. Cleopatra. Okay. Cleopatra, did you do your research? Archangel Raphael wants us to do our research and wants us all to be aware how important it is that you don't give your power away. What do you think of that? Cleopatra can be the new card holder. And our next Raphael card, give us your cares. Again, I know they're listening to what I'm saying because the angels say, give us your cares. Give us all the cares that you have so that we don't have to worry if you give it to God. Let your angels know what is most important to you. You can give your cares to Cleopatra too. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Cleopatra, for your assistance here tonight. Yes, she was actually starring in one of our classes recently. Competition. Sometimes in life, we are faced with some competition. We need to know. Could you hold the card there for me, sweetheart? Okay. Competition. We need to know that sometimes life creates some competition. And we need to have the courage and the confidence that we are capable of what we choose to do. So when you're applying for jobs, especially in this crazy time, you have to believe that you're worthy of the job that you desire. You have to believe that you are competent and that everything happens in perfect time. But you have to have the confidence in yourself. So, interesting, we have a little wandering cat, and here we have a tiger in the card. So just take a good look at that. We've got our little wandering cat here. And then our next mystical wisdom card is Battle of the Blues. Take steps towards positive change. When you're feeling down, you've got to make the change. You've got to be the change and make the change that you desire. So you have to stand up and fight for your own joy and happiness. And trust that you'll be supported by your angels and your guides. So the mystical wisdom cards want you to battle your depression. Depression is a low vibration that removes you and disconnects you from God. You don't want to be aligned with a sense of sorrow. And the Dove card wants you all to take a leap of faith. Many of you are getting ready to make a change. And through that change, you got to take a leap of faith. I remember when I opened the center, it was a complete leap of faith. I didn't even know what I was doing. I just thought I had a good idea. And I opened up. So sometimes you have an idea or something you want to do, but you've got to take a leap of faith. And when you take that leap of faith, you will be supported by your guides and your angels. For our collected group, we are going to pull 3 love cards. So those of you who have love questions, I really do hope that you put your love questions in your mind right now, because we're going to do a love reading for everybody. Here we go, our love reading for everyone. Get your thoughts on love. See what we got going on in our love messages here. Good to see everybody. The love cards. We've got a lot of people here. Good to see everyone. I'm going to take 3 love cards for the group. All right, we got 3 love cards coming for everyone. Everyone got a love thought, a love question in mind? Focus your attention. It's going to be good. Take a nice breath. First love card is soulmate. Who are you thinking about? Looks like you got a soulmate. Anyone thinking about someone particular? When we were just doing this, you got a soulmate, soulmate, soulmate. So here's our card right here, Helena, for our soulmate. So we've got that right there. Love the picture on these cards here. That's our soulmate card. Beautiful. The next card in our love reading is embrace. Through each other, you will find the missing pieces. So we've got some missing pieces somewhere, but when you have your partner together, you will find the missing pieces. I love that card. Make a little pretty heart design here. And our final love card, we were just talking about that. I know they're listening to us, everyone. You got your love question in your mind? This last card represents a word I must have used 10 times since we started talking. Power. You instinctively know what is right for you. You have the power to say no or to walk away anytime. Bam, we got the power card. So I want you all to claim your power and trust in the power that is you. And take a good look. And I love the colors in that card. It's a beautiful card. I love this deck, Helena. What do you think?
We just had someone ask if you're selling these cards at the store right now.
All of these cards we have except my heart deck because you just can't really get them right now. They're back ordered. I back ordered a whole bunch, but beautiful cards that they are. But we have our mystical wisdom cards. We have our goddess cards. I don't know, go to my Instagram page, SarahSpiritual. Helena filmed just a smattering of some of our cards there. Right, Helena?
And on the Expedito Instagram as well, there's some sneak peeks of some other ones we get in on occasion too.
Really?
Oh yeah, I got pictures.
We got some on the Instagram?
They're all on.
On Expedito?
Yep. Expedito, SarahSpiritual, we're
I gotta
everywhere.
go look and see what cards we got in. I just know when I go to order cards, I'm like, and then we'll take this deck, and then we'll take this deck, and then we need another deck, and I get very excited. It's like buying makeup. I'm so excited. So we got lots of cards, we got lots of books, we got lots of crystals, we got lots of candles. Are you ready to shake up this energy? Are you ready to line up your power? And do you have something you want to release? We're going to go right into a moon ceremony. The full moon is going to be visible tonight. It goes officially full tomorrow morning. But we're going to get ahead of this energy. We know the energy is in place and the energy of the full moon is building. So I want us all to just take a minute. If you have some paper, I want you all to just kind of write down what you want to create, what you want to release. I like the new moon for releasing. And we're going to do a full moon ceremony here for you. And we're going to tune up this energy. We've got candles. Everyone ready? We've got our moon ceremony. We'll take a nice deep breath. And exhale. And another nice breath. Through the power of the full moon and the energy of the divine supreme beings, of the divine Christ consciousness, the energy of the divine supreme power of God, the energy and the flow of love from the divine angels, we open up this space and we open up our hearts for major transformation. We accept the changes that we are making and we trust that the universe will guide us. We are open and receptive to a better way, individually and collectively as a human race. And we invite the power of love. We invite the power of peace. And we open up our hearts to be one with each other. And everyone collectively gathered in this wonderful Sunday Fun Day gathering. We are forever and always connected at this moment. And for anyone who comes upon this page throughout the time that this is present, we are always and forever connected individually and connected collectively. And we are opening up our hearts at this time. And as we light these candles, we light these candles in the name of the Creator. in the name of our ancestors, in the name of the angels, in the name of our spirit guides, and that all things are forever governed by the divine presence of God. And we open up our hearts and we invoke the power. And as we invoke the power of the divine power of God. And I light this candle representing the supreme power of the divine light. And as I raise this candle up, I invite you all in gratitude to say, I thank you, God. I thank you, Divine Creator, for all that is abundant on this earth. I thank you for my blessings. I thank you for all that surrounds me. I invoke the divine supreme power, the energy of God, to be a part of my everyday living, to be a part of all that I am. And I place this candle here in the center, knowing that all things revolve around God, and I am open and receptive always and forever. And as I keep this candle here, I take the power of the divine energy of Mother Earth, and I surround it in the energy of God, for God so created the earth so that we may exist here. And in this divine energy of earth, we assist Mother Earth, we praise Mother Earth, and we ask that Mother Earth will always be present for us. And we pray that all things will be one with the earth. And we ground ourselves to our planet, knowing that our planet is a gift from God and that we are ever presently grounded here. And we are grateful for the trees, for the water, for the air, for the environment, and the energy that Mother Earth gives us. And for here we say, I am grateful for the planet Earth. And we also open up our hearts and our consciousness that we'll be forever mindful and appreciative for all the blessings on our earth. For we are the keepers of the earth. We are the keepers of the light. We are the keepers of the earth. We are the expression of God in motion. And we thank the earth for supporting us. And as I lean the energy, I pass the energy through the presence of God. I bring it through the presence of the earth. And this represents the power of the great central sun. The energy of the divine power that illuminates our planet, fuels us, invigorates us, and gives us the light necessary to sustain life. And we ask that as the sun is always the light upon our life, let each one of us be a light upon the path of all mankind. And may all of this light of the sun always shine the path so that we know exactly where we are, and we will always be aware of where the shadows may be, so that we can learn to love ourselves in the light as well as in the shadows, and we can become one with our shadow self through the illumination of the God light and of the sunlight. And so this is here and now. And then as I bring forth this energy, I bring forth the power of divine love, unconditional love. The love that dwells in the energy of the universe is the love that is available for all of us, for us to love unto ourselves and then to love another. And I take this candle of divine energy of love and light, and I pass it through the God light. I pass it through the earth. I illuminate it with the great central sun, and I light this candle so that all of you at this time will always have love in your life, and that love will be your guiding force and the only power that rules all that you do. And I take this power of love and I place it here, knowing that everything that is created here on earth, each one of us, we are love. We will always continue to be love. We have the great capacity to love, and we must always give love when those are not in alignment with love. For we cannot judge. We must only send love. And then I light this candle for divine healing, in the name of Archangel Raphael, the healing angel. And I bring forth the power of the divine healing of the angel, and I pass it through the light of God, reaching unto the earth so that all mankind will be healed. I pass it through the great central sunlight. I pass it through the divine unconditional love energy. And I say, I am healed. And in the moment of now, I choose healing, love, and light to be my life power. And as I heal here and now, I release the chains and the shackles of the past. As I heal here and now, my body is filled with illumination and light. As I heal here and now, the hurt and the pain is no longer one with my heart. I release hurt and pain. I release physical pain. I release emotional pain. I release spiritual bondage that has been weighing me down, filled with regret and karmic ties. I release those karmic ties here and now, and I open up for the Archangel Raphael to shower me with healing, and so that is. And then I bring forth this beautiful blue candle representing communication and peace. Knowing that God is peace and forever communicating with us, I illuminate this candle with the God light. I pass it through the energy of the earth. I bring it through unconditional love. I illuminate peace and communication through the light of the great central sun. I pass healing over the communication and peace so that we will always be in a state of health and healing, so that we may always feel the divine energy of communication. And I take this divine light and I place it here, knowing that on this full moon energy, that we need peace on earth. And that every word that we speak should always be peace. And I command the energy of peace. And I release all hurt, angst, and hatred. And here and now, and I invite you to be part of the ripple effect of love and peace. I share peace to all mankind. And as I share this now, it forever is. Let there be peace on earth. And yes, it shall begin with you. It shall begin with me. And as I take this last candle here, this candle represents protection and power. The power that you have to stand in your truth, and knowing that the power of love, the power of peace, the power of healing, the power of removing and annihilating anything that is tying you to hurt, pain, angst, and anger. This is the power that you have. You have the power to cut the cords that bond you to hurt and pain. You have the power to cut the cords that take away your joy and fill yourselves with light. You've got this power. And you are forever and always will be protected by the angels, particularly the Archangel Michael, who illuminates our path, knowing that we are always safe. And we choose our own ability to be safe, knowing that we have the power to be peaceful. And we light this candle through the energy of the divine God. And as I light this candle, I pass it through the energy of divine peace. I ask that the great central sun illuminate and fuel the power of protection for all mankind. I ask that the healing energy of Archangel Raphael be ever present, so that we may heal and be in this energy of protection and in our own personal power. And then I take our personal power, and right here, right now, I infuse this power with the power of love. Let the power that we give out into the world be love, for love is the ultimate power. Love has the power to transform and transcend everything. And with the power of the angels that are all around us, I invoke the angels here and now, and I summon Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel. I summon all the angels so that they may be here, and particularly the powerful energy of Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, come surround us, infuse us with your illuminated, powerful light, and assist us in knowing that we are ever connected to the power of God, and we are ever connected to you, Archangel Michael. I stand here now, or I sit here now, with the power of these candles illuminating collectively, asking you all, right here as we get ready to birth the sturgeon moon, a full moon, in the 8th month of our year of 2020, I ask that we use this power. Use this power to release that which no longer serves you. Use the power of the moon to recharge your soul. And do not allow past hurts to block you. Do not allow the fear that has been woven onto this earth in almost everything we come in contact with. Do not allow the fear to dissuade you, to put a spell on you, and not allow you to step into the personal power that you have. In the name of the power of the great central sun, in the energy of the divine Mother Earth, in the name of the archangels, Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael, and Archangel Michael, we are protected and we are one. And on the energy of this full moon, I raise these candles up for all of you, that all of your life may be guided by the light, and that you have the power to transform all things. And so it is. Take a nice breath, everyone. I trust you can feel the relief. Leave your comments in the feed. We're going to allow these candles to continue to burn as we begin to give you your individual messages. I thank you, those who have joined us. Thank you for sharing the page. Thank you for being here with us. We have a great energy. Thank you so much. Yes, Isabella Fox is here. We see Nicole here, Christopher, Joy Christina Wright. Thank you so much. Clara, thank you for joining us. Who else do we see here? Jana, good to see you. Lakeisha, good to see you. Sade, good to see you. Stacy Ross. Jerry, yes, indeed, good to see you. Caitlin, Juan Love, Tabia, good to see you. Holly's here. Yes, Stacy Ross, Cleopatra does love the card. She does. Cleopatra, where are you?
She might be napping now.
That was a rough one. She used a lot of energy to help read those cards. We got Angela Saxon. Good to see you, Angela. Yvonne McKinley, good to see you. Anna, welcome back. Good to see you. Francis McCullen, good to see you. Natty Nat, welcome. Grace Conwright. Jennifer, good to see you. Lenny, good to see you. Lenny Bukowski. Bree, good to see you. Just kind of scrolling by. Hey, Dwayne Martin joined us here. Dwayne Martin's my neighbor. Hey, Dwayne. We got everyone here in the house. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to scroll, see who else I got to say hi to. Hi, Lourdes. Hey, Defrick. Amy, good to see you. Lakeisha Garner-Thomas is in the house. We're all here having a great old ceremony here. We got our friends on YouTube. We got our friends on Facebook. So thank you so much for sharing the page. We're just going to move this over just a little bit. How's that, Helena? We got that going here. All right.
That's kind of cool looking.
Kind of cool. Do you want to hear?
Yeah, just as long as you don't burn yourself.
And round we go. Hey, listen, get the marshmallows just in case, okay? Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Oh, wait a minute, it's not Christmas yet? Oh, Lord, please let it be Christmas. Well, it was Christmas on Hallmark all month of July. I was so excited about it. I don't know about the rest of you, but Hallmark gave me hope that there could be a happy ending for 2020. I don't know, guys, but it was just a little bit of hope. So we got our goddess cards here. We got people asking questions. What do we got going on? Helena, who needs a card? Who needs a session? What do we got going on? Well, wait a minute, what do we got coming up?
I was just going to say, I heard, there's a little birdie who said that there's August classes coming up.
And
It's
we're in
August.
Can you believe it?
What?
August.
What?
August 2.
Oh, today's my grandpa's birthday in heaven. Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Oh, that's your grandpa that I saw?
No, my
The
mom's
other one?
side.
Oh, your
Yeah.
mom's side.
Yeah, he's quiet, but
Yeah, he's quiet. He didn't come through. Soul contract class on to. You got a contract with someone? No, they don't have a contract out on you. You got a contract. We got our soul contract class. What contract did you sign? Did you not read the fine print before you came here? The butterfly maiden part pops up for our wonderful group here, just to tell you all you're all going through transformation. I hope you join me on Tuesday for our soul contract class. It's going to be powerful. Following week, you like cards? We got cards for you. We got a spiritual card class coming up, and well, we're not playing blackjack. We're playing spiritual messages, and we're going to show you how to pick a deck of cards for yourself, how to really work with the cards, and different kinds of interpretation of all the different cards. So join us the following Tuesday for our spiritual card class, and that is on 8/11. So we've got a lot coming up. And then the following week we have, it is the following week, isn't it?
Tuesday, and then the following week I think is the Thursday, the 20th.
8/20. We've got soul remembering. Guys, I already got my things planned for September, so I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not stuck in August. I'm all the way in November, actually. So we got some really great things coming up for you. I hope you visit SarahSpiritual.com. And I know we got some questions going on for everybody, so I just want to answer your questions and give you your messages. Butterfly Maiden lets us know we all got some more transformation to go. What do we got going on, Helena? Who's got a question?
We're going to start with Brianna, who was asking us about love for so long. She's got a girlfriend now, and she believes they were soulmates, and all magical stuff has been happening to them. Can you give them confirmation and explain more of what is going on with them?
Well, you know what? It's so great because remember we pulled, when we were talking about the love for the group, I said, think about the person that you're with or you want to think about, and let's pull a card for everybody. And we got the soulmate card, baby. So in the soulmate card, you got a great energy. And you know what? This is a good time for a new beginning for your girlfriend that you're connecting with right now. And this magical confirmation that I see here is that the two of you are sharing some really powerful times. You, Brianna, are ready for expansion, and she's ready for a new beginning. And together, that kind of spells to me a little bit of a kaboom. So it makes me feel like there's a little bit of a passion and a power that's going on in this relationship. And follow the synchronicities and trust that the universe will lead you all down the perfect path. Thank you, Bree. We told you love was coming. Patience is a virtue. Just trust the process. Thank you, Brianna, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
We have Tina Calloway. Tina says, I felt like a misfit among misfits in the empath class this past week. Can Spirit help me understand why I felt this way?
Why am I such a misfit? I feel like the kids on the Toyland or something, the toy island of toys, the misfit toys from Santa Claus. That's what I was seeing. You know, Tina, sometimes we are hearing information, but it just doesn't like grab hold of us the way that we want to feel it at a particular time. And as an empath, you're very, very sensitive. And sometimes we can't line ourselves up with the energy at the time things are going on. Do revisit the class, Tina, because I feel like your empath class was something that was a bit more of an eye-opener than you were maybe aware of, and you are getting ready to go to a next level. You're shedding a lot of old beliefs that were blocking you from tapping into your spirituality, and I see great spiritual advancement for you. Hardly a misfit, my dear. So that means that there's a limited belief inside of you that maybe you weren't able to feel what you should feel, and you were in a comparing state within yourself, and you are expanding. So please trust that whatever little aspect of you that didn't feel as if you were measuring up to something in your mind, not the other people, but perhaps something about what we were talking about. You couldn't see yourself in a particular light, and this was just hitting a nerve of some sort. Tina Calloway, you would benefit greatly from working with me on some soul integration. When we find that little soul aspect that became fragmented in the past, we will then have ding, 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 a winner, and it makes it easier for you to go move forward in your path of greatness, Tina Calloway. But don't worry, this too shall pass. Thank you, Tina Calloway, for your question, and thank you for joining us for the empath class. Much love to you. Who else do we have?
We have Jerry Romeo saying, I'm sensing a change in location or jobs coming in October. What do you see?
Jerry Romeo, it's possible there'll be a change, but I don't know if this change is leaving. I don't see you leaving the US of A. I know that there's an energy for you that would want you to do that, but this is not the time. I can tell you that this year represents a deep soul dive, a time for you to go into your soul, understand your mission, Jerry Romeo, understand the power of your purpose and the power of your intention. And I'm not going to say I see the move in October, but I do want to tell you that 2021 opens up a new horizon, and if it's possible for you to be patient and pace yourself, you will land in a much better, more perfected and aligned spot if you take baby steps to it. You are correct in feeling the feeling. The timeline may get pushed back a little bit, kind of pushing us into the 2021. And then perhaps all the doorways open, giving you the pick of where you desire to be, Jerry Romeo. Thank you so much for following this. Thank you so much for being a part, and thank you for being a client of mine. I'm so grateful for you following us all this time. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you everyone who's been a part of our classes. Tina Calloway, Angela Saxon, Lanny, Juan Love. I mean, there's so many to name. I don't want to just name names and then someone said, oh my God, you forgot me. I don't mean to forget anybody. It's just I saw names on the board, and I just want you all to know that I really appreciate your participating in classes. I appreciate your being a part of the center and coming to our events. You know, this is our 14th year of being of service to people. And I really appreciate that you support our product line, the work that I do, and you share the light and love that we give out. You share it with others. You know, Helena and I are very much dedicated to reaching and touching as many lives as possible. So thank you so much for that. Thank you. Everyone who joins us in class. Who else do we have?
We got some new names. I believe this is our new friend, Nicole Gale.
Nicole Gale, welcome.
Question is in regards to her recent separation with her partner. Should she move on or work on rekindling and healing the relationship?
If you see me walking down the street, walk on by. You've got to move forward, my dear. Nicole, this is a little hard to do because you're a very loyal person and there's a great passion and connection that you felt. But if we rekindle, there is no rebalancing what has already been created in the energy between the two of you. You have outgrown this relationship and you are ready for a higher vibrational match, a higher connection, Nicole. And when I look at the energy for you now, last year should have been a little bumpy for you. And when I move you in this 2020 year, yes, there's a new beginning for you, but like all of us, we kind of got squashed and have our lives on a bit of a hold as everything behind the scenes is reorging. And I want you to know that when I open up the energy for you, Nicole, in November, that's when things start to, there's like a light that opens up through the crack of the door. And I'm like, you're going to walk through a door and there's such a sense of relief and rejuvenation. If you go back, you'll be going back to memories, going back to what was. You'll be going back to a frequency that's not going to feel fulfilling for you as you move forward. So to step back, you have free will, you can, but you will find that it will be short-lived. And when you move forward in your mission as to who you are in this frequency, you're going to notice that you feel much more free if you just let it be. I understand it's hard to let go, but when you let go and you move in a different direction, amazing things will happen. I feel another partner coming. I feel a different connection. And I do feel that you can do this, not with a heavy heart, but with a purpose and an intention that feels kind and peaceful. Thank you, Nicole, for joining us, Nicole Gale, and welcome to our Sunday Fun Day. Thank you. Who else do we have?
We've got Miss Holly Costanza Donaldson.
Yes.
Holly says, I see white sparkles that surround me every once in a while. Could you tell me what and who it is?
It's not a who or a whom, it's all of them. Yep, you got peeps in the building. Those little sparkle lights are little lights of orbs of members of your soul family and your guides and angels that are showing up. They're just letting you know that their presence is with you. And for you this year, Holly is closing some doors of things that need to change. And they're giving you that support and that light and that love so that you can have it all, Holly Costanza Donaldson. And I know that you have big plans. You are ready to make some changes for yourself, for your family. You want to move forward. And they're giving you that sparkle, that energy to do it. A lot of energetic beings around you. That is who they are. And they are here to shower you with love. And often they pop in from time to time. This will be a brief visit from them. Enjoy it while you can. Be sure to snap some pictures and catch them on the candid camera so you've got a vision of your orbs all around you. Thank you so much, Holly Costanza Donaldson. You're forever blessed by your guides. Thank you. Who else do we have?
Next, I want to go to Grace Conwright. Lately, she's been finding herself questioning her spiritual beliefs. She had someone tell her the enemy is leading her because she shared a quote by Buddha. She said LOL, but maybe that's where this is coming from. She wishes not to worry what others think. How do I move forward out of this?
Grace, I am so glad that you asked this question. And you know, I say this to everyone. We must all question. We can't go down a path blindly. We must all question our intentions. We must all question the information that we're given. And we must always question that which we are choosing to adopt as our belief. Because our beliefs are often based on, well, sometimes what other people have fed us and given us. And so we can take ourselves down a path that isn't for our highest good. I'm not bashing my friends on the news, or the radios, or the televisions, or any kind of media outlet, but they're giving us information and snippets of information, and how many of us, how many of you, how many of each of us have taken a bit of the news that we think we heard and shared it with someone as if it was fact, and then we kind of built a fuel of that. We've seen that on Facebook. We've seen people take a snippet of something and they share it, they don't fact check it, they don't understand the story behind it. They take the snippet of the viewpoint that someone wants us to have, and then they begin to share it. So the fact that someone said that to you is not as cruel as it may sound, because one must always test one's faith. That's biblical. Test your faith. You know, we must know that we are truly aligned with God. And, you know, God has come in many forms, and not all faiths believe that. But God has come in the power of Buddha, has come in the power of Jesus Christ, has come in the power of so many other ascended master teachers that have walked the earth. And so for you to quote something of peace and love, I don't think the enemy, as we believe it and perhaps in our Christian and Catholic beliefs, the enemy is so powerful that they would be like, oh yes, let me give her a Buddha quote. So Buddha, who's talking of peace and joy and tranquility, because that's the true message of Buddha, not to do harm to another, that would be the enemy's mission to derail you, Grace. But I feel that the position of where the person is coming from, and a lot of our beliefs have been built around fear. A lot of religions have conditioned us through fear because they don't want you to stray from the path, and there'll be some who'll say it's because they want to control us. But let's not look at it that way. Let's just look at it from the point of view that we are human. And as humans, we can be easily influenced. And if we're out of balance in our emotions and we're not feeling good on a particular day, if we're not aligned to our God power, if our insecurities are there, and someone sees that and they're capable of manipulating us, then that could take us off our path. And so we always want to align ourselves with our own personal truth and with God. And when you know that you're aligned with God, no matter who the speaker is, no matter who is giving you a message, or no matter what you choose to quote, as you choose to say it, you and you alone will know if it is taking you off your path, if it is aligning you with the power of God, the great creator, or aligning you with that which is an enemy, which is here to derail you from the path. But the person who gave you that information is just, well, in their limited beliefs, simply trying to protect you and telling you that if you go down a path and you're not sure who you are, you can get kidnapped in an energy that will take you down a path of darkness. And that is their limited belief. Grace Conroy, you know who you are. One of the greatest things my teacher ever told me many times was stay on your path. You know, now I wish I had drilled down and asked him a follow-up question like, well, could you explain path and what exactly that means? Because what does that mean? But I didn't ask him that question. But I remember he said, stay on the path. And I know that he put me on a path. So what I do when I make choices, when I show up for these lives, when I am here to help everyone individually, collectively, I always ask myself every day, is what I'm doing in alignment with who I am? Is it in alignment with what I believe? And am I on the path that I desire to be? And am I on my path of God? I always put myself in the place that I'm always testing the energy to be sure that I am where I want to be. And that what I am doing, I believe in my heart, is the right thing. So if you feel that you are right, you or anyone else, to quote Buddha, or to share the teachings of the Dalai Lama, or to talk about angels, if you feel that that makes your heart sing and that you are honoring God above all things, then there is not an enemy, figuratively or an enemy physically on earth, that can take you down and rob you of your God connection. Thank you, Grace Conright, for a really powerful question. I hope that brings you clarity, and that brings clarity to everyone who is here on our feed. Thank you so much. Who else do we have?
We have Anna Margaret. Anna says, I feel as if I'm on a journey of spiritual awakening, but not totally sure, but it's not very pleasing. Can you please share your intuitive feedback? Love and light.
Anna Margaret, welcome to the land of spiritual transformation. No, sweetie, it's not always pleasing. Sometimes it's downright uncomfortable and growing pains hurt. And it's shedding of old beliefs, it's releasing of old karmic ties, it's letting go of some of our own personality flaws that have been conditioned by trauma and hurt and pain in early formative times when we were growing up, when we were exposed to different things, and maybe some of our parents' fears and beliefs that were passed down to us. So in order to step into this great spiritual awakening, we often need to go through this major transformation. And the journey of your spiritual awakening, and this is such a powerful time for you, this is a creative time for you, an expansive time for you. And when I move you into the energy of this fabulous, I'm going to say 2025, I know it sounds far off, but 2025 for you, you are so aligned with your spiritual purpose, you are so aligned with your spiritual journey, you are like right there, you are solid in who you are. This time is a powerful time for you to recognize the opening and the awakening of the you you've come to be. Not the conditioned person that was born to the earth, that took on tasks and happenings in life that were necessary for survival. This is where your soul blossoms and you open up, and in the span of the next 4.5 years, because we're halfway through 2020, you come to this great realization and you step upon the path of your mission. And your mission, Anna Margaret, is to infuse others with love, joy, and the word they give me specifically is harmony. So what's that song? I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. So we want to put you in that energy of harmony, Anna. So go through the growing pains. This too shall pass. And you'll have a lot more aha moments and confirmation from your guides and your angels and the power of God around you as we close out the 2020. It's going to be an interesting ride till 2025, so fasten your seatbelts and you keep us posted. Anna Margaret, thank you for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, we are going to go to Natty Nat asking,
Natty Nat.
should I change jobs?
Natty Nat, this is, well, it's possible to change jobs, but I would say to you, if you could, if a picture paints 1,000 words, then I would tell you to change, but not until January. There's a new beginning for you. So I want you to kind of wait a little bit. Don't change jobs yet. Get some things ready. If you can hold out to January, that would be most advantageous. There will be some hiccups in the world coming up, and it's not the time to make a change just yet. But begin the journey of looking and trust that 2021 opens up a much stronger path for a better choice and more stability and financial reward. Thank you, Natty Nat, for that question. Keep us posted. I will tell anyone and everyone, October 3rd to the end of the month, hang on, everybody. We will have another Mercury retrograde coming, and I'm going to tell you this Mercury retrograde in October is going to be a doozy. So we all got to get ourselves ready for October. So nobody make any major changes in October, please. If it can be avoided, that would be so very good. We all just kind of want to just kind of keep status quo through the month of October. Thank you, Natty Nat. Who else do we have?
Next I have Sarah Makia. Sarah says, I have anxiety that won't go away after I thought I got over it. Can you please tell me why that happens?
Something triggered a hidden fear, something that's rooted in you, and I really want to kind of bring it back to... And Sarah Makia's got her birthday coming up too, so happy birthday, Sarah. That's coming up this coming week. Well, actually a week from Tuesday. So Sarah Makia, that's going to be a great time. So it's coming up in just a few days. So Sarah Makia, when I look at this energy, I want you to understand that this anxiety is rooted in a belief in insecurity and not feeling safe, and this not feeling safe is something that's actually a learned behavior in early childhood energy that is hooked in you. And then there's some external factors that whenever they can, they seem to want to shake you up. You have the power to shift it. You have the power to realign. I, Sarah Makia, would really advise you to do some work on your soul. I would love to work with you on a soul integration, because that soul integration will help you greatly. We need to go back to early childhood memories that are allowing this to hook in. Thank you, Sarah Makia, for this question. You will be able to rid yourself of this. I also would suggest some spiritual bathing to keep your auric field clear. You are ramping up quite a few of your spiritual gifts, and it would be really good if you could keep the vibes around you clear. Sarah Makia, be sure to visit my website, SarahSpiritual.com. We got some great baths that can be of assistance to you. We have our Archangel Michael bath, our Archangel Michael spray, and I would suggest a chakra balancing bath, as well as, drumroll please, an Archangel Raphael for healing. If you use these 3 baths, I think this is going to kind of balance out your energy a bit, and the spray will kind of keep you at a high frequency. We'll see if Archangel Michael and that spray can kind of keep you a little more solid in your frequency. Helena, let's talk a little bit about anxiety. What do you got to share with everyone about anxiety?
Well, we used to be really good friends, and you know, I actually would be, when I was having my really bad anxiety when I first met you, I would literally like be dripping in sweat with the idea of even saying hello to somebody, a social conversation or interaction, and what I had thought was my inability to socialize or think of a thought, and overthinking really overprocessed inside, and really held me back from a lot of where I wanted to be from or go to.
Mm-hmm. And Helena, how did spiritual bathing and sprays and things help you in this process? I mean, it's a lot of things you've got to do to overcome anxiety.
Yeah, and it's not just let me take this one thing and I'll spray this today. And it even reminds me of the question that somebody just asked, and you said, it's not an easy process. Your spiritual journey is something that's going to make you be laying in a ball on the floor and want to cry and say, what the heck is going on, and scream out what's going on. Mm-hmm. And then when you get in a ritual of doing something that's anything that's going to make you feel better or feel happier or give you a result of something different than the thing you don't want, is automatically going to train your brain into what you do want to see. And it's kind of like you almost have to sit there and trick yourself the whole time. And
you have to work on a visual, audio. You have to work on emotional, spiritual, intellectual, and kind of blend all sorts of methodologies together to find what works for you, because everybody's root of their anxiety is different than the other. And I can always tell when the world is out of sorts, really out of sorts, because I can feel, because as an empath, I feel a lot of people's anxiety. But as an empath, I can feel a lot of things going on in the world as well. And so when I wake up and be like, oh my God, I know that there's something big going down. And because I can feel it. It is palpable. And as we all open up spiritually, I want you all to understand that you're going to feel a lot of this angst. And it's going to trigger some of your worst fears, your inability to feel safe, your uncertainty, your questioning of your path. These things are going to all come up for you. And this is part of the process. Releasing this energy over time and really knowing who you are no matter what. No matter what happens, you have to know that you're going to be okay. Even if you are uncomfortable, maybe it's not the outcome that you wanted, you have to trust that you're going to be okay. And if you believe that you will be all right and that everything will line up somehow, and as you're seeing it start to fall into place and you go, well, that wasn't my plan, and you just allow it to go, and do your best to kind of steer it a bit just to navigate it, you're going to be fine. Sometimes we make these moves because we as humans have these great ideas and they don't work out. And so we have to pick ourselves up and dust ourselves off and not be so hard on ourselves. And we've been taught to be hard on ourselves, and we also cannot count on someone else to carry us. It is, the journey to self is a self job. No one else can fix you. No one else can really make enough of a difference. You have to really do the work. People may hold the space for you, offer support, assist you in a tough time, but ultimately, anxiety and fear are not going to disappear until you put your big girl pants on, your big boy pants on, and you do the work. And for those of you who have it as a result of a chemical imbalance, there's even ways that you can balance it out. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I know it's an inside job. And it's probably one of the toughest jobs anyone's ever going to have to do. But it's also a sign of a lot of transformation spiritually. And so that at least should give you some hope as you're navigating through this. So Sarah Maki, a great conversation, great topic. I can even sense Grace had some anxiety over what her friend had told her about, quoting Buddha. I mean, listen, we don't want to get kidnapped by the enemy. We don't want to be like, oh my God, I made a deal with the devil. Nobody wants that.
But how many, can you think of how many times your anxieties and fuels have been fueled by something somebody else has said before you thought about it for yourself?
Yeah.
Because I can, and that's been most of my anxieties, was from somebody else putting it inside my head.
Yeah, because what people are really good at is creating fear and worry. And there's a lot of people who are just really good at just talking about what's going to happen, and oh my God, and did you see what happened? Oh my God. And, it's like, look at the hurricane. Imagine you have anxiety, and we're going through all this. It's not like 2020 has been a kite ride. So it's been really a poop show. So we've all been navigating things. Now you're going to add on to it for those of us in South Florida, maybe as we're heading up the East Coast, maybe the Carolinas. We're like, oh, geez, we're going to add a hurricane. And we in South Florida know we're in hurricane season. So we know at any minute, about 7 days in advance or a little less, we could be hearing some story of some hurricane. And we're like, Jesus, just what we don't need right now, right? And then we got to worry about if we're going to have toilet paper. So I don't know, because everyone, look what happened to the world over this. And again, we are not minimizing a pandemic, because for real, it is tragic. And it has caused a lot of heartache and hurt and disease and suffering and loss and financial loss, loss of life. We've seen it. We know it's been magnetized on the TV so that we'd be hypnotized in fear, but it's still true. It's still there. So that would be an external thought that people are talking about that is kind of fueling us and disturbing us, because it's triggering our anxiety. And you know, I also am hearing a lot more from a lot of you that as you're getting older, are we getting older? No, I thought we were getting better. But anyway, as we're getting older, the sense of mortality is just seems like just around the corner. So now we're thinking like, well, wait a minute. You know, I mean, you know, when you're 20, you're like, oh, I'm good, I'm 20, you know. When you're 30, you're like, oh, but then as you start going into later into 30s and 40, and then for the people who are 50 and 60, that's like, well, we don't know. And so you've got this power suggestion coming out, and I'm not minimizing it, that more people are susceptible when they are of a certain age. And so that is planted in you. And so already that hooks into the fear, plus you have your own mortality issues, because everyone has a different way of dealing with death and disease. And, you know, life has a major change that no one can avoid, and it's called death. And life cycle, the physical life cycle ends. So you put all of that, so we're being surrounded by disease and death and fear and lack and hard economic times, uncertain times, unprecedented times. I mean, holy crow, they're using some big words, and you're like, shoot, we're all going to die. So it builds this fear. So everyone's suffering from something here and there. And for those of you who are plagued with anxiety, it's a lot stronger. And we get it. But you have to do the work. And you have to, if you can't do the work yourself, which is fine, you need to find someone who can assist you in navigating it. And, you know, I know people have to take medications and things, but you have to find that balance there too, because you don't want to lose yourself in that as well. We got more questions, Helena? And look how our candles are burning.
We got more questions. We got a few. We're working on getting to as many as we can. Go ahead and show off those candles.
You know what's so beautiful here is that the healing candle is taking a while to burn. It's burning strong.
You can move it towards your right, actually, if you want to get a little closer.
And then we've got the power of the sun is the yellow candle. We've got our protection and Archangel Michael. And look how they're forming colors right there at the bottom. Then we got the power of God. And I love the blue candle. I bet we're going to have a picture of something when we look at the shape of the wax later on. The blue candles are communication and peace. And look how it's like peace is spilling over on all of us. And then the earth is being really solid and grounded. And it's kind of reaching in. If you look over here, it's reaching into the energy of communication and peace. And it's actually facing and burning towards the God light. And the God light being the white light here is kind of forming these little ripples of little hills and mountains. And then here, our unconditional love candle is actually, are you ready for this, everyone? The unconditional love candle, the pink candle, is showing us another partner being formed. The twin flame of unconditional love is starting to form on the side, and it actually looks like the shape of someone's body on the side of the pink being formed. We got some powerful candle stories coming up. Well, we're going to keep an eye on this. We're going to actually keep an eye on it when we switch gears, because we've got some music coming for you. We're going to be writing you a song and giving you some words, and I got the music in me. We got some music for all of you. So let's get another question. Who wants a card? Maybe we want to pick a card for someone. Pick a card, any card.
Oh, maybe we can get some love cards for Jennifer. She's got a relationship and she's wondering what is going on.
What's going on? Jennifer, let's see. Jennifer. Jennifer? That's a challenging relationship, though. There's some changes that have to come to this relationship. In order for this relationship to blossom and grow, we got change coming here, Jennifer. Jennifer, I don't know what you got in mind, but let me tell you. Elena, I put this down over here, is that right? Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. You got to free yourself, and you got to think free thoughts. Because I feel like somehow there's a tie in this relationship that's not letting you really be your true self. And I think there's like a moodiness in your partner that's not letting you shine your light. So there's some communication that has to happen here. And the next card is healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. Your relationship needs some super duper healing. So we've got our healing card right here. Let me see here like that. Healing. So Jennifer, healing and freedom. I'm going to flip it over because the picture is so beautiful. It's actually looking kind of interesting here. We got some healing light energy here of your partner. Surround your partner with light. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And this is your freedom. You need to be free to be who you've come to be. Thank you, Jennifer, for that question.
You know what song I heard?
What would you hear?
Marvin Gaye.
I know. Sexual healing. I was hearing that, but I was like, let's make love tonight. I was like, all right, here we go. We got some sexual healing going on here,
I'm
everyone.
hot just like an oven. I love that one. That's my jam.
That's your jam. All right, who else do we have here?
We're going to Karen Martin.
Just think, we're drinking water and LaCroix, so ain't nothing in here. So wait, let's see what songs we come up with. Here we keep talking about love. We're gonna have some love songs.
Karen Martin wants to know if she will be volunteering at Souderton Mennonite Home soon.
Soon may not be soon enough for you, Miss Karen Martin, but I'm going to kind of spin you after the September 30th time. I don't know that there's a place for you to do that just yet. I feel like there's still some things that have to be put in place for that to happen. Could be right after Labor Day, but we need a few more weeks to go on for this. By the time your birthday comes around, I will tell you that you're going to find, you're going to find a great expansion for yourself as you close out of this year for your birthday. And then when you move into next year, you're going to be walking the fields of gold. It's going to feel like, it's going to feel like some of your dreams kind of come to fruition, and that the world kind of started to shape itself around your desires, Karen Martin. So just keep holding on to the visions of what you want, because 2021 really gives you this nice platform to do what you want to do. So it's going to be a powerful time for you. Let's get another question here.
Next I want to go to Shantae. Shantae, she stays. Here we go. She's looking for a remote position without a pay cut. Do you see that happening, and when?
I do see that it's possible to get a remote position. There shouldn't be a pay cut, so I would just let you trust that the divine will put you in line with that. Paid position, I'm going to place you in the month of coming into October. So then I'm going to tell you to tread carefully and read the fine print. If Mercury's in retrograde when you're signing, I really hope you get the job and kind of get started right before October 3rd so that you have that new position. Wait for the right position for your remote position. Do not jump. And if there's something that says that they give a review after 90 days or in 6 months, and you can set yourself up to the ideal location, which is remote for yourself, and there's really a minimal pay cut, knowing that there's a pay raise coming soon, that might be a good way for you to go as well. But I do see new position coming for you before the end of the year, so keep your focus and do your work. You know, sometimes people say, oh, I want this to happen, and I can see it happening, but you've got to do your work. You've got to show up, you've got to submit your resumes, you've got to do your part. I can't just say I see something, and then you send one resume and, oh, well, it didn't happen. Sarah said it was going to happen, it didn't happen. You've got to do your part. Like earlier in the feed, we saw Wayne Rodriguez to say, Sarah, you know, I'm doing my interviews, but I haven't gotten a job yet. You see, you saw a job in July. Well, we're just in August 2nd. I'm sure we won't shoot the messenger if it comes out of the third week of August. It's because we know time is an illusion, but Spirit knows that we as humans need a marker, so they kind of drop a little pin at a moment in time just so that you have something to kind of gauge yourself and look forward to. So just keep keeping on, my dear. It's going to come to pass. Who else do we have?
I got Joy Christina. She had a sudden visit from Dee's brother, and he now strongly believes we belong together, wants it for his brother, and wants to aid in union, talking to Dee. Do you see this as good?
Oh, that sounds complicated. That sounds a little weird to me. That feels, something doesn't feel... That doesn't quite feel the way I want it to feel. I don't know why that person is involved in this all of a sudden. Like, I don't understand. Joy Christina Wright, you two know what you're doing on your own path. I don't know why they're involving themselves. So sometimes people involve themselves and they act like they're the good guy, but sometimes they're not really the good guy. They are causing trouble underneath the surface. So don't confide in this person's brother too much. Don't give them too much information. Something about that made my little spidey senses get a little tingly, make me feel like something's a little weird here. That was the first word out of my mouth, I think. Weird, but... So take it with a grain of salt, Joy Christina Wright. You guys are finding your way. Working my way back to you, girl. Like you guys are working your way back with a burning love that we're trying to align and get on the same page. We know you got some work to do in the relationship. We don't need someone else being our cheerleader. Unless it's SarahSpiritual. Whatever. Just listen to Dee with a grain of salt. Thank you so much. Well, or Dee's brother. Thank you so much. Who else do we have?
You know, we haven't been to YouTube. I've got Leslie on YouTube.
Leslie, how you doing, Leslie? Good to see you. I hope you're still here.
Is tonight a good night to charge the crystals Leslie got from the center, and what's the best way to do it?
Actually, tonight is a good night to charge the crystals. The moon is in a good place. There's a good power to it. The moon's in Aquarius now, so it's powerful energy. And so I would put my crystals out to charge. It's a perfectly good night to charge your crystals. And what's the best way to do it? You can kind of put them in a sacred little basket you can lay them out in, or on a sacred cloth, and kind of put them out in a safe spot. Maybe if you can sit by the beach for a while, or maybe you have an opportunity to kind of like put them out in the patio for a minute and just kind of let them sit. And if you can't go outside, not everyone's able to get out and kind of put their crystals out and sing Kumbaya, just put it in a window. I know I have a window that shines in my room where I can see the moonlight. So if I were to shut off all the lights, the moon comes right in the window. I could just put the table right in front of the window and just let the moon beams kind of penetrate through onto the crystals. So yes, just kind of place them out. A lot of crystals, by the way, everyone, should not be left in direct sunlight. There's many crystals that kind of change in sunlight, but moonlight is a much softer way to kind of charge things. And some crystals are great to take to the beach and kind of charge them in ocean water. But tonight, full moon, the sturgeon moon, is a great time to charge your crystals. Thank you. Who else do we have?
This is kind of a similar question of feeling stuck. This one's from Yvonne.
Yvonne McKinley, yes.
Yeah, she's feeling stuck. So what are her angels saying to her? She needs some guidance.
You know, you're feeling stuck because you had just closed out pretty much a chapter last year, and you were ready for change, and then nothing really changed, and things actually felt like they were going backwards. So Yvonne McKinley, what I suggest that you do at this time is, you're in an industry, you're connected with people that, you have a lot to do, and suddenly everything's kind of on a lockdown and is stuck in a way. So you have to change the methodology with which you deliver your product, your work, your vision, do things that can reach people in a different way. Spirit's talking to me about writing a book, Yvonne McKinley. I don't know if you thought about writing a book, but there's some kind of writing that needs to be done. So work on some other projects while your main gig gets a chance to recalibrate. It's all going to be fine, Yvonne McKinley. You just got to let it flow for yourself, all right? Great question. I know a lot of people are feeling stuck. If you all stay with us in 2 and 2, we're going to move the candles. We're going to illuminate you on this full moon. We got some full moon magic going on with some music. So I hope you got the music and the rhythm in you, because we want you to stay back and wait for us. Be sure to put a word or a thought or a feeling that you want us to consider for energy of creation. And we're going to create some full moon musical magic. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. We're going to just change sets. 2 and 2. We'll be right back.
But I can't see through the rain. I seem to have lost my way. I thought I knew what I wanted, but I can't see now which way I should go. And I don't know how to come out from the rain. I thought I knew who you were, but I guess I didn't see it clearly. Everything got caught up in the clouds, and somehow I lost my way. The winds of change are here upon me now, and I don't know which way I should go. Come for me to realize that now is the time that I have and that won't come again. I'm looking inside, and I don't see a place for me. I can't find my way anymore. So when I say goodbye, I hope you remember me, 'cause I will remember you. Of change are here upon us now. We don't have the answers we need. Where shall we go? The time is gone and I don't know how to find my way. when you walk out the door, will you turn around and take me in one last time before you go? I look through the window pane, but I can't see through the rain. I seem to have lost my way. I thought I knew what I wanted, but I can't see now which way I should go. And I don't know how to come out from the rain. I thought I knew who you were, but I guess I didn't see it clearly. Everything got caught up in the clouds, and somehow I lost my way. The winds of change are here upon me now, and I don't know which way I should go. The time has come for me to realize that now is the time that I have and that won't come again. I'm looking inside, and I don't see a place for me. I can't find my way anymore. So when I say goodbye, I hope you remember me, 'cause I will remember you. The winds of change are here upon us now. Once upon a time, far away from me, I knew that I was to live my life differently. Once upon a time, I had my dreams. Once upon a time, but that was long ago. I lost my way, and I don't know where to go. I lost my way, But once upon a time, love was all I knew. And now I lost my way somehow. Once upon a time, I thought I knew who I was. Once upon a time, I thought I knew what was right. But now I don't know where to go. So I'll have to find my way. All I am, I know. All I am, I feel. But once upon a time, I had my dreams. And now it's once upon a time when life is here. I will find a new way to live, and soon it will be once upon a time again. Once upon a time. Once upon a time, we all had a dream. Once upon a time, we all knew who we were. And now, once upon a time, will come again. For those of you who are feeling lost on the path, not sure what to do or how to get where you want to be, once upon a time you knew. And when you take time to look at once upon a time in your soul, you're going to have the answers that you need. They're really all there for you. So we're opening up the energy. We've got some full moon musical magic coming up for all of you. We want to thank you for joining us here on our Sunday Fun Day. I am SarahSpiritual. Got some great things happening, and we got our candles burning from our ceremony. So they're looking kind of good, and looks like we've got an angel of love kind of shining here. It actually looks like we've got an angel in our love candle, our pink candle. It almost looks like the Blessed Mother is kneeling down before the light. Almost looks like a human person sit there, and then almost like there's an angel above the Blessed Mother. This is how we're seeing it. And over here, we've got this energy of peace. So you can take a look at all this energy burning here. So we've got a lot of candle stuff going on, so we want to see what else we've got coming through for all of you. This is when you give me some words, give me some feelings, give me some thoughts. Tell me where you've been in your energy and your heart, and we give you some spiritual uplifting and healing through musical magic. Helena, how we doing?
We're doing good. This one's kind of weighing on me because everybody's kind of feeling like this. Caitlin asked, what do I need to do to move forward in my life? I feel stuck, lost, and afraid. I feel like a lot of us are at that point, or I've been there recently.
A lot of us are there. So Caitlin says, where do I go from here, right? All right, we're ready? Looking back inside,
Oh, here I stand at the crossroad of life, wondering where to go, what's my next move, 'cause I don't know. Here I stand before myself, not knowing what to ask myself, not knowing why I'm here, or how to dry my tears. I'm here again, where I never thought I'd go again. Uncertain is who I am, lost in other people's ways. But I know that I will find my way. I know that I will fly over and over again. I know that even though I'm at the crossroads, I will find my way. I may not know the answers today, but I'll see me standing in my victory. My victory in the crossroads of life. Ooh, ooh. There you go, Caitlin. That should put you on the path to your victory. What else do we have going on here, Helena?
We got some words.
We got words.
White harvest moon, full moon delight, and moon of blessings. All from Frances McCullen. Thank you, Frances. It's all about you from Lakeisha Garner Thomas.
It's all about you. What about you? Candles are burning nicely here.
Ooh, Shine Bright says, once upon a time, I wanted to be a flight attendant.
Okay, I don't think I can put that into a word, but a song, but okay.
I can remember a Once Upon a Time, though. I think we all had a Once Upon a Time.
I think I have a song.
For Once Upon a Time?
I have a Once Upon a Time song. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's go back a little bit here, Helena. Ooh, let's see. Just feel it. Moon, shine on me, illuminate my soul. Oh, moonlight, awaken my heart. Oh, moonlight, awaken my sunlight will come. Moonbeams on the water make me know. Moonbeams on the window let me be in harmony. Have a beautiful way. A moonlight night is shining on me. Shining on me. Little moon magic for you. What else we have, Elena?
I know you could have held that note a little longer.
I could have kept going, everyone, but I was like, well, we got a show to do, so let's go.
One day we gotta have one of those talent shows.
If you knew how long I could hold a note, Lord, we've done it before. What you got, Helena?
Ooh, ready for this? Always and forever, soul sister, we are stronger together.
Soul sister. What else we got?
Taiba's wondering her financial day tomorrow is going to be successful. And same some other finances. Angela Saxon's wondering if her online boutique is the right
Yes.
path. Yes. All right, Angela.
Angela, you are on track, Angela. And Tabia, we got a lot of wheeling and dealing to do tomorrow financially. A lot of conversations to have with people.
Isabella Fox says she feels very sensitive at times with her choices and just wondering if she's going on the right path. I think we can all call briefly to
How do I know which way to go? How do I hear you, God? How do I know the meaning of my life? How do I know who I am? I know I struggled in my days. I know think we need some healing. Are we ready to heal? We got some moon healing here. So we're going to bring this in a little bit. I'm going to ask you all to take some nice breaths. And just say, I am. Remember to say I am when you want to create. Remember to say I am when you want to shift your consciousness. Remember that all you are is tied, aligned with the mighty I am, the divine presence of God. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You are intelligent. You are powerful. You are wisdom. You are divine healing. You are spectacular, and you are blessed beyond measure. And all of your desires can come to you with ease and grace when you implement the power of the words I am. I am has the power to heal, transform, and to bring forth to you all of your blessings. Never underestimate your power. Never forget who you are. Remember the powerful I am. Thank you for this moon magic night. Thank you for shining your own individual lights. We've got a beautiful full moon coming in just a little bit, so stand out in the moon. Shine your own light in the moonbeams. Do a little dance for the angels and trust that no matter what you're going through, you have the courage and the power to conquer it. This too shall pass, all will be well, and you will emerge greater, stronger, more powerful, more blessed, and more aligned with love and peace. God bless you. Good night. Thank you so much. Happy Sunday Fun Day. I am Sarah Spiritual. Bye for now.
Just for a while, come lay here with me. Tell me all your dreams and all your fantasies. Just for a while, let's lose all inhibitions. Let your fears go. It's just you and me. It's safe here, you know. I know you've been hurt, and I've been hurt too. But if we both let go, our hearts know what to do. Just for a while, let's lose ourselves in each other. Let me hear you breathe and feel your heart near mine. Just for a while, let's lose all inhibitions. Let your fears go. It's just you and me. It's safe here, you know. I know you've been hurt, and I've been hurt too. But if we both let go, our heart knows what to do. Just for a while, come lay here with me. Tell me all your dreams and all your fantasies. Just for a while, come lay here with me. Don't worry what tomorrow brings. Just stay here with me. Just for a while.